Bill with the starting lineup.
Leading off and playing shortstop will be Tony Kubek. Batting in the second position and playing left field, Bob Sir. Out in center field hitting third is Mickey Mantle. Hitting in the cleanup spot and playing first base will be the Moose, Bill Skowron. Playing right field in place of the ailing Roger Maris and batting fifth will be Yogi Berra. Elston Howard doing the catching and hitting in the sixth position. Playing third base and batting seventh will be Cletus Boyer. Bobby Richardson hitting in the eighth spot and playing second base. And as we told you, doing the pitching and batting ninth, the right-hander Bill Stafford. For the Boston Red Sox, leading off playing second base, Pete Runnels. Willie Tasby will be the center fielder, batting second. Playing left field and hitting in the third position, Ted Williams. In the cleanup spot will be Vic Wirtz playing first base. Frank Malzone will be batting fifth and playing third base. Doing the catching, hitting in the sixth position, Jim Pagliarone. In right field, batting seventh will be Lou Clinton. Don Budden is the shortstop, batting eighth, and doing the pitching and batting ninth will be Billy Muppet. They have broken up the huddle at home plate. And there go the Red Sox out on the field. Muppet goes out to the mound. The public address announcer getting ready to make the announcement. We'll now have our national anthem. Now to really enjoy the game.
Starting the 26th of August, the Atlantic Refining Company and your local Atlantic dealer will be sponsoring the exciting 1960 Summer Olympics.
Now, speaking about things that are very good, and a fellow I enjoyed listening to, even though I was lying in bed, the voice of the Yankees, Mel Allen.
Hello there, everybody. That's a good way. Except that I'm sorry you were ill, Phil. We certainly missed you and delighted that you're back. Many people wrote and asked how you were. Many people asked. And we're certainly delighted that you're back in action, though not yet quite on the beam.
Right.
And by that I mean Phil could have taken another few days off, but he's anxious to get back in action. Tony Kubek leading off. Right-hander Billy Muppet with a record of 4-2. Pitching some good ball. Delivers high, ball one. Beats the Tigers 8-4 and 1-0 in successive starts July 31st and August 7th. The right-hander's pitch is outside for a ball. Beat the Yankees 9-5 in relief July 10th in his only appearance against them. To the Red Sox after the season began. His first appearance for him is June 25th. The next delivery is outside, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Kubek, batting 287, looks for the strike. A 3-1 count on Tony. The Red Sox right-hander delivers, and it's outside for ball 4, and Kubek draws a walk, open for New York. Now coming to bat is Bob Serb, hitting 236. Williams is in left, Casby in center, Lou Clinton in right, Frank Malcolm in third, Don Budden short, Pete Ronald second, Vic Wertz first, Jim Pagliarone back of the plate, and Billy Muffett ready to work. Throw over to first, and Kubek is back. Muffett pitched for the Cards and Giants previously in the National League, was purchased from Minneapolis June 22nd. Here's the delivery, swung on foul, back out of play up onto the roof. Strike one. Cruzetti coaching at third, and Ralph Houck at first. Outfield around to the left. There goes the pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Mickey Mantle on deck, and Bill Skowron to follow. To the stretch, Kubek with the lead. Here's the delivery, swung on line into left field. Williams comes fast, and one hands the glove, and the throw to first is going to double Kubek. It hits him, and he gets back safely. Ted Williams raced in and made a one-hand pick-up grab of the ball off the top of the grass. He did not trap it, he caught it. Fired on to first. Kubek was running and was all the way down to second, and would have been an easy double play, picked him at first. But Ted's throw, which was a true one, happened to have hit Kubek in the back and bounded away, and so he's able to return to first. Sort of like the play that Maris made the other day from right field on Severs in Chicago. Beautiful throw that had him beaten, but hit Severs just as he was sliding. Ted Williams with a sparkling play. Here's Mickey Mantle. Swings and hits the bouncer to second. Runnels up with it. Throws to second for one. Forced out at second. Two away, and up comes Bill Skowron, hitting .316. Mantle is batting .273. The veteran Ted Williams drawing the plaudits of the crowd with a sparkling running one-hand grab of Bob Serb's labeled base hit. He almost turned it into a double play. Certainly, he changed the complexion of this inning. 2 outs and 1 on. The pitch is a slow curve in there for a strike. Pete Ronald is shaded well over towards second. Throw over to first. Mantle's on the bag. Muppet to the stretch. And the throw to first. Mantle dives back in. It almost looks as if he had an idea of going. Again, the stretch. And the pitch. Another slow curve. It's outside for a ball. Reynolds, the reason I mention his position, doesn't have far to move to cover. 2 long strides, and he's in position to take a throw, which enables the catcher, of course, to get the ball off a little faster. Again, the stretch. The pitch is over the inside corner. Strike 2. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-hander Billy Muffett ahead of Skowron on the count. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on, the ground ball hit right to Reynolds. He's up with it. Flipped to Budden for the 4th out at second on Mantle, and the side is retired. And Ted Williams' defensive play changed that inning around for sure. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on, and Ted gets the hands. He comes in. last half of the first inning for the Red Sox will be Pete Reynolds, Willie Tasby, and Ted Williams. Bill Stafford on the mound for New York. Just purchased from Richmond, a native of Athens, New York. 22 years old on August 13th, wearing uniform number 22, a 6'1", 183-pounder, and an 11-7 record with Richmond. The right-hander's pitch in there for a strike, fastball. Reynolds hitting 308. Billy Herman coaching at third, Rudy York at first. Now the delivery. Swung on, a bouncer hit deep to first. Stafford gets over to cover. Skowron throws over in time and is one away. Reynolds out. Skowron to Stafford. Here's Willie Tasby, hitting 262, who had quite a day for himself the last time the Yankees were up here, quite a series. The Red Sox made the trade for him, giving Stevens to the Orioles. Right-handed hitter who can hit a long ball. He uppercuts the ball, and so would hit homers frequently in this park. Bill Stafford's pitch outside, ball one. Last year, Stafford made 22 appearances, all of them as a starter, or rather this year. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's a slice pop down the right field line. Foul. Skowron after it. Can't get it. Foul play. The ball wasn't quite high enough for Moose to get under and wait. He had to keep digging, and the ball was just beyond the reach of his outstretched glove. Chicago and Cleveland scoreless at the end of an inning. Shaw and Perry. Washington nothing. Baltimore batting in the first inning. Here's the delivery now to Tasby. And it's inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Now the pitch. Inside again. Ball 3, 3-1. Trying to keep that ball in on him. Tasby now takes a look at Billy Herman coaching at third for his hitter take sign. Three balls, one strike. Right-hander Stafford's pitch in there, strike two, full count. Threw him a fastball. Yankee outfield tonight consists of Serve in left, Mantle in center, and Berra in right. Yogi shifts a couple of steps more to right center now. Full count on Tasby. And the payoff pitch. Swung on, ground ball hit back through the middle, and it's in there for a base hit. Kubek actually fielded the ball. It just got through. And here's Ted Williams coming up. Batting .311 with 21 homers and 48 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 513 Major League home runs. He ranks third among the all-time home run hitters. Here's the delivery. Change up is high for a ball, 1-1. Rudy York walks over to say something to Tasby. Vic Wirtz is on deck. One on, one out. Throw to first, and Tasby's back. Mantle playing Ted real deep, of course, in center. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike, 1-2. Fans always roar when on the sluggers to either take a strike or miss it, or strike out or hit a home run. Whatever they do, they get extra roars. And properly so. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ted looking over the pitching a little. First time he's seen Stafford. The right-hander ready. The delivery. And it's inside. Ball 2. 2-2. Phil, that's what DeMad used to always say. So I always used to like to go up there and look over the pitching a little bit, meaning he'd look at a couple of pitches.
Oh, those good hitters could do that now.
Yeah. Difference between looking it over and overlooking it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dasby with the lead. And the pitch. Swung on. Little tap to the mound. Stafford has it. Throws to second. They got one. Kubek back to first. It's safe. Force out at second. Stafford to Kubek with Williams feeding the relay on the first base. Hit a high chop to the mound. Now Vic Wirtz steps up, hitting .293. You know, in all the proper glory given to Ted Williams and his great achievements, magnificent achievements at his relatively advanced stage as a player, they kind of overlooked what this man here has been doing. The pitch is outside for a ball. Vic's had 15 homers and 78 runs batted in. A man whom many thought was through with baseball a few years ago with Cleveland when he had a mild attack of polio, but he fought back. 35 years old. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's a drive into left, but right at Bob Serve, and the side's retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. And so it's the end of the first inning of play. New York, nothing, and Boston, nothing. One more game here tomorrow afternoon. Then the Yankees move on to Washington for the weekend. And, of course, we will resume this for the benefit of people in the metropolitan area. Our telecasting on Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday. And the Yankees return to the stadium on Tuesday night, the 23rd, with the Chicago White Sox, leading the Western clubs into the stadium for the final time this year. Every game a crucial one now. Not that they haven't always been, but you know, as you get closer to the end, there's less margin for error. Tuesday night, the 23rd, Wednesday afternoon, the 24th, the Chicago White Sox. And then that triple-packed weekend, a twilight doubleheader with Cleveland on Friday night, the 26th, the Saturday afternoon doubleheader on the 27th. The twilighter starts at 6 o'clock, the afternoon doubleheader at 2 on Saturday, and the doubleheader with Detroit on Sunday at 2. Then Kansas City, Tuesday night, the 30th, and Wednesday afternoon, another doubleheader, and that's with Kansas City on the 31st. Yogi Berra at bat in the second inning. Right-hander Billy Muffitt's pitch is outside for a ball. Berra batting .308. Howard and Boyer to follow. The pitch is inside for a ball, 2-0. Chicago-Cleveland scoreless end of 2. Washington-Baltimore scoreless end of an inning and a half. The delivery to Yogi in there for a strike. And in a tremendous game, the Cubs beat the Dodgers 1-0, getting one in the 9th inning this afternoon. Yogi swings the next pitch, sends a long drive to deep right. Going after it is the right fielder, Clinton. He makes the catch right at the barrier. One away. Yogi sent Clinton to the barrier in right center for his long drive. Philadelphia nothing. Pittsburgh batting in the first inning. The other 2 games later start. Elston Howard comes up, hitting .249. No score. First half the second inning. The pitch to Ellie is a curveball outside. Ball 1. Muffitt's pitch swung on and fouled off. A 1-1 strike. The Red Sox have won 8 out of the last 13 games. delivery, and it hit the bat. I don't know whether it hit Ellie or the bat. It was a curveball. He wiggled up there at the plate, and I didn't know whether he wiggled into it or away from it, and it hit the bat. That's an aggravating thing to a batter. Be charged with a strike, and he wasn't even swinging. I mean by that, or even looking it over to swing. Here's a pitch swung on, hit the third on the hop. Malzone has it, throws to Wirtz, who tags Howard out coming by. Vic had to come off the bag a step toward home plate. 2 down, and now Clete Boyers, batting .263. Whatever the outcome of this season, a lot of praise must be heaped on the shoulders of this young man. He's done a tremendous job, particularly in the field. Pitch is outside for a ball. And he has hit better, I think, than they expected him to. You just don't know how well a man may hit. Here's a delivery, and it's inside for a ball, particularly in his first full season in a league. Often you have to wait 3, 4, 5 years to find out where he's going to hit consistently. The delivery, and he held off. Pitch broke away, 3 balls. 3 balls, no strikes. 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch swung on. They gave him a green light here. 3-1. You have to consider the reason I stopped. Somebody was asking me a question about a block away. You turned the lights on. Did you want on or not? This is by pantomime. Here's the delivery. It's in there, strike 2. I was going to say, Phil, often whether you give a man a hit or take sign in a situation like that, or often what you do depends on what ballpark you're playing. Right. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, lined into right field for a base hit. Clinton up with the ball, tosses back into Reynolds. Phil, you watched this boy develop. He was basically a pull hitter. Pulled everything. They got to where they play the left fielder on the left field line almost. Casey kept urging him to learn to go to the opposite field because he said in the major leagues they're going to catch up to you. And he has learned to do that pretty well.
He was smart enough to realize that if he wanted to stay up here, he had to play Casey's way.
Bobby Richardson at bat. Takes the strike. 0-1. Well, it's not only Case's way. I would say that is
the right way.
Any manager's way.
Right.
No balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Bobby. Change up, blowing away for a ball. 1-1. Yanks and Red Sox. You throw the standings out when these two teams get together. Billy Muffet delivers. Bobby swings. Hits a foul. Back to first. It's out of play. Just forget all about the records. When they get together, it's an honored traditional rivalry. Of course, there's a lot of heated discussions here and there, but it's a wonderful thing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out in the second inning, no score. Muffet's pitch swung on, it missed. He went for a low fastball. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of an inning and a half, New York nothing and Boston nothing. This is WOKO Albany. Batting .286, 11 homers, 65 runs batted in. Rookie Bill Stafford with the windup, and the pitch, low, ball 1. Bill's the newest member of the Yankee Stafford. Now the pitch, swung on, bounced towards short. Kubek takes it on 2 hops, throws on over to Skowron, and Malzone is retired. 1 away. You know, the last 2 days we've seen an awful lot of folks retired. naturally, the ultimate number is the same, whether it's different from whether it's 8.5 or 9 inning game. Jim Pagliarone, whom we haven't seen before, a recent acquisition. Right-hand batter. Recalled from Spokane, July 26th. The pitch is in there for a strike. He's from Michigan. Fourth year in organized ball. Pitch is lined over short into left field for a base hit. Sir fires the ball back into second. That ball just cleared the glove of Tony Kubek. He leaped. The ball kept rising and cleared his glove. A line single to left for the second hit off Stafford. And up comes Lou Clinton. Batting .218. He was with the Red Sox earlier, was returned to, optioned out again to Minneapolis and recalled. 1 on, 1 out, no score, second inning. Check to the runner, the pitch in there for a strike, curveball. Button on deck. 1 on, 1 out. Bill Stafford tosses over to first base. The runner's back safely. The right hand to the stretch and the pitch. It's low for a ball. This is Stafford's 5th season in organized ball with St. Petersburg in 1957, Binghamton in 58. With both Richmond and Binghamton in 59, and with Richmond at this season. Now the delivery. Swung on and foul back. 4th season, excuse me. A 1-2 count. Counted 1959 twice, and I wish I could. Yanks and Red Sox scoreless. That's the last of the second. The Orioles have moved out in front of Washington, 1-0, end of 2. Stafford's delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got him on a sweeping curve, broke low and away. Well, Phil, you've seen Stafford now, and only, an inning and 2/3. Have you been able to form much of an opinion about it? I mean on his stuff.
Well, it looks like he can mix them up pretty well, and he threw Williams off stride when he was up there, so he must have a pretty tricky delivery out there.
Don Budden steps in, right-hand hitter. The pitch swung on line foul down the left field line. He hit a bullet. Didn't have him off stride, but which brings up an interesting point. I suppose. Well, as a matter of fact, Bill, I've heard, you and I heard the ball players talking about this. You watch what a pitcher is doing. A lot of times they keep getting that first throw, getting that first. The guys take it. All of a sudden, a man walks up and he says, "At fastball, I'm going to cut." That's probably what he did there, huh? Pagliarone leads away, and then there's a throw over from Stafford. Right-hander again to the stretch. Here's the pitch to Budden. He stepped up on the curveball, bounces it to Richardson, slips to Kubek for the 4th out at second. Budden ran up into the front of the batter's box to try and hit the curve the other way. He guessed right twice in a row, didn't he? No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. 10 of 2 innings of play, no score. Yankees, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. Red Sox, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on.
Remember, starting August 26th, the Atlantic Refining Company and your local Atlantic dealer will be sponsoring the 1960 Summer Olympics. See your newspaper's TV program listings for time and channel.
Baltimore leading Washington 1-0, end of 2. Fisher and Lee. Chicago and Cleveland scoreless, end of 3. Perry and Shaw. Kansas City and Detroit later start. The National League this afternoon. Chicago beat Los Angeles 1-0. Hobby beat Drysdale, and it was Ernie Banks who hit his 34th homer in the last 2 ninths to win it. Pittsburgh beat the Phils. Pittsburgh won. The Phils nothing, 10 of an inning and a half. Haddock against Buzzard. Milwaukee, Cincinnati, San Francisco, St. Louis. 2 nights. Remember, the Yankees will be home next Tuesday night and Wednesday afternoon with the Chicago White Sox. And now, with a great deal of pleasure, we hail the return of the man who had a 3-round bout and emerged triumphant. That virus can get you, man. Phil Rizzuto.
Thank you, Mel. It's really good to be back. Here's the first pitch to Stafford. He swings and misses. And what a cut that youngster took as his first time at bat as a big leaguer. He was not cheated out of his swing that time. He went all the way around and missed a high fastball. So Stafford's first pitch that he threw as a big leaguer was a strike, and the first pitch thrown to him was a strike. Buffett's pitch is swung and a miss, strike 2. And again, he took a good cut at a sidearm curveball. No score here in the top of the third. Billy Stafford, the youngster, who by now has the butterflies out of his system. It's always a lot of excitement, your first appearance in a big league game, especially to a pitcher. A 2-strike pitch. Strike 3 swinging, went after a bad curveball. So Stafford had his 3 cuts up there anyway, and it's 1 away. That's the second strikeout for Muppet. Here's Tony Kubek, who opened the ball game getting a base on balls in the first inning. Kubek batting .287. Muppet's pitch to Skowron is on the inside corner, strike 1 call. Johnny Stevens calling balls and strikes. Kubek is a batter. I was looking at Skowron's run scored. The pitch to Tony is a curve on the outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 on Kubek. Tony has scored 56 runs, and Skowron has scored just 46. But if you remember earlier in the year, Moose was doing all the hitting and nobody was driving him in. The pitch is swung and a miss, strike 3. So on 6 pitches, Muppet strikes out Stafford and Kubek here in the top of the third inning. And that last pitch was a knuckleball that Tony waved at. Here's Bob Serve, who lined out to left field. Ted Williams making a spectacular shoestring catch on the low line drive. Put the Yankees out of a big inning. 0-0 in the top of the third. Muppet's pitch is a curve inside ball 1. Muppet takes no windup at all, just holds the ball about belt high, and then just wheels around and pitches from that position. Is foul out of play over the roof and back of first. 1 on. Muppet is 6'1", 193 pounds, and he's not a fastball pitcher, so on occasion he can sneak one by you. Likes to mix up his speed, change of paces and curveballs. Here's the pitch. Slow curve hit on the ground. The shortstop to his left, gloves it 1 hand, throw to first. In time for the out. A beautiful play by Don Button as he took a base hit away from Bob Serve. The Yankees get down 1-2-3 in the top of the third inning, nothing across. The score at the end of 2.5 innings, the Yankees nothing and the Red Sox nothing.
Billy Muffet leads off. Billy hitting .238.
Bill Stafford, rookie out on the mound for the Yankees. Here's the right-handed first pitch, and it's fouled off to the right of the plate, strike 1. The Yankees, who just won 2 very important ball games from the Baltimore Orioles, trying to make it 3 in a row. A 1-strike pitch, curve outside, ball 1, 1 on. Billy Herman coaching down at third, and Rudy York at first for Boston. Yankees with Bob Serve, left Mantle in center, and Berra in right. Roger Maris watching the game from up here in the press box. Pitch is swung at a miss, strike 2, a high fastball. He went all the way around. Maris and Yogi's oldest his boy Larry Barrow sitting together, keeping score. The pitch is a curve pop down the right field line. Yogi digging over to his left, going hard, and he can't get it. And he picks it up barehanded. It drops in for a base hit. As Billy Muffett dropped a Texas Leaguer in short right field, just inside the foul line, to open up the bottom of the third, and that's hit number 3, or Bill Stafford. It brings up Pete Runnels, who bounced out to first base in the first inning. Skowron runs out to the mound to talk with Stafford. Muffett takes time to put his jacket on. It's kind of chilly up here in Beantown. And I'm very happy that I brought an extra sweater and a top coat. Even in the middle of the summer, you can get chilly weather up here in Boston. All right, here's the stretch by Stafford. The pitch for Runnels is inside, gets away from Howard, but not too far. Muffett holds it for its ball 1. And the wind is blowing in from right field towards third base. So any balls hit deep to right will be held up by the wind. Muffett with a short lead at first. Stretch by Stafford. Pitch is hit down the left field line, curving foul, and back into the seats out of play. And the wind helped push that ball out of play. 1-1 on Runnels. Pete came into the game batting .308. Left-hand hitting second baseman. On deck is Willie Tasby. Set. Curve on the outside corner. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stafford goes to the rosin bag. Likes to rub up that ball. Now he checks the sign from Howard. Here's a stretch. Pitch inside. 2-2. Sidearm curveball. Mantle is shading Runnels over a little bit in left center field. Serve and short left. Left field wall not very deep here at Fenway, just 315 feet down the line. Ready for the 2-2 delivery. Here it is, and it's hit on the ground right back to the pitcher. Wheels around, throws to Kubek for 1. The throw to first, double play. That was a nice play by both Stafford and Kubek. Stafford had to wait. The ball was hit back so hard. He led Kubek, who touched second base and fired to first for the double play. From 1 to 6 to 3. That's 2 outs. And here's Willie Tasby, who singled to short center field in the first inning. Nobody on. No score. Bottom of the third. Stafford with a full windup now. The pitch is fouled back of the plate, strike 1. And as Mel told you earlier, last time the Yankees faced Tasby here, he had 5 for 5, and he singled his first time up, so that's 6 consecutive base hits that Tasby has had off Yankee pitching here at Fenway Park. 1 strike pitch, low curve in the dirt, ball and 1-1. On deck is Ted Williams. Stafford suddenly calls time and wants a new baseball. The new one, rubs it up, and goes to the rosin bag. 1-1 the count, 2 out, nobody on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bunted out and missed, strike 2, and he had Boyle way back at third base. Cletus was definitely not expecting a bunt that time. Has to be a little over anxious. Missed the ball completely. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stafford into the windup. Curve just outside. 2-2. Nice side-on curveball that just missed. Elston Howard doing the catching tonight. Takes a sign with a glove on the left knee. Here's the windup. Curve inside. Ball 3. Full count. That ball just missed. 3-2. No score here in the bottom of the third. Ready now for the payoff pitch. Here it is, and it's low, ball 4. So Tasby gets on base again. And with 2 out, the runner at first is Ted Williams, who hit into a fourth play in the first inning, bounced one right back to the box. Ted Williams batting .310. Enjoying another fine year at the plate. Made a great defensive play in the first inning, took a base hit away from the serve. Here's the stretch by Stafford. Change up, low inside, ball 1. On deck, Vic Wirtz. Howard rubs up the ball before flipping it back to Stafford. 2-away. Scarron holding first against Tasby. The stretch. Pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 1 call. 1-1. Tasby short lead off first base. Quick throw to first. Tasby back in plenty of time. Stretch by Stafford. Curve outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Stafford rubs up the ball again. Here's the stretch by the right-hander. Curve is swung and it missed strike 2, and he took a little bit off that curveball and had Williams way out in front. Ted's first time at bat, he went after a change-up curve, hit it off the end of the bat, right back to the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Is fouled back up over the upper deck and out of play. Tried to get the fastball by Ted that time. I guess Williams and Burrow are the 2 toughest hitters to get a fastball by in the American League. Still 2-2 on Ted. Choking up a little bit on the bat. Again, the stretch. Curve hit in the ground. Richardson was right. Guy can't get it. He can't handle it. And it's a base hit for Williams. As Richardson got part of his glove on the ball and then kicked it a little bit with his foot, but it goes as a base hit. Richardson was playing Williams in the hole and out on the outfield grass, and Ted hit it close to second base. An infield single for Williams. That's hit number 4 off Stafford. That puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. And here's Vic Wirtz, who lined out to left field in the first inning. Wirtz, who leads the Red Sox in RBIs with 78, batting .292. Has 15 homers and 17 doubles. Williams at first, Tasby at second. No score, bottom of the third. The stretch, the pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 1 call. Big double play for the Yankees in this inning. Well, they'd have really been in a jam. Again, the stretch. Curve is lined to left field, and it's in there for base hit. Here comes Tasby. was over there to cover. Vic Wirtz hit a single off the end of his bat. It bounced just over, rather landed over Wirtz single. Williams is at third, Wirtz at first, and here's Frank Malzone, who bounced to the shortstop in the second inning. Skowron holding first against Wirtz. The stretch. The pitch is hit on the ground of the shortstop. Kubek coming in, up with it, flips to Richardson for the fourth on Vic Wirtz. But the Red Sox break the ice here in the bottom of the third, scoring 1 run on 3 base hits. No Yankee errors. 2 men left in the score at the end of 3 full innings. The Red Sox won, and the Yankees nothing. And right now, let's pause for station identification.
This is Quality Monitoring, WOKO, 1460 on your dial in Albany, New York. 1 minute past 9 o'clock.
In the top of the fourth, Mickey Mantle, who bounced into a fourth play in the first inning, will lead off. 1-0, the Red Sox lead. Billy Muffet, the right-hander, ready. The pitch to Mantle is outside and low, ball 1. Although the Red Sox did not hit a ball hard, or Billy Stafford that inning, they were able to score a run. There's a slow curve low, ball 2, 2-0. And if it weren't for the double play that Stafford started, the Red Sox would have really had an inning. 2 balls, no strikes on Mantle. The pitch is pop foul and back out of play. Clear out of Fenway Park. 2-1 on Mick. Mickey ducks as Muffet throws the ball in. Mickey was looking on the ground, but with that tremendous peripheral vision. Did I say that right, Pete? Oh, William and Mary shakes his head, and Pappy Durkin applauds. I must have been right. There's a ground ball up the middle. Budden and back a second up with it. Throws to first in time to get Mantle. 1 away. That'll bring up Bill Skowron, who bounced to second base in the first inning. 1 out, nobody on. With his no wind-up delivery ready. The pitch to Skowron. Slow curve hit in the ground to third. Malzone backs up with a nice play. Throw to first. Off the bag, and Skowron safe. And let's see what they call that. Wirtz says that he touched him. It's an error charged to Malzone. And that's one of the few times that we've seen Malzone let a ball play him. In other words, he backed up on the ball instead of charging it, and he made a difficult play out of it. He still had the ball in time, but his long throw pulled Wirtz off the bag. Wirtz claims that he still tagged Skowron as he went by, but first base umpire Bill McKinley thought otherwise. And Skowron safe on the error. Brings up Yogi Berra, who flied deep to right field in the second inning. And as we told you, the wind is blowing in from right, so you really got to hit a ball hard to hit a home run in right field or right center. All right, here's the stretch. Pitch to Yogi. A fly ball to right center field. The wind's going to hold that up. The center fielder, Willie Tasby, under it, makes the catch. Skowron hustles back to first base. Anything hit in the air out towards right field or right center will be held up by the wind. With 2 out, here's Elston Howard, who bounced to third in the second inning. The error by Malzone was the first by either team in the ball game. Malzone usually leaves all third basemen in fielding. All right, here's the stretch by Muffet. Pitch to Howard. Outside, ball 1. Joined the Red Sox late this June. The stretch, the pitch is swung at it, missed strike 1, and Howard had a good ripple at that pitch. 1-1. Muffet defeated the Yankees in a relief role here at Boston back on July 10th. The stretch, the pitch is a curve inside, ball 2. Muffet shakes his head a little bit at that call out on the mound. Holding the bag against Skowron. 2 balls, 1 strike on Howard, 2 outs. Red Sox lead 1-0, top of the 4th. The pitch hit foul down the third base line, 2-2. The Yankees, who in past years have enjoyed better success or more success on the road than at home, this year have won.
Virus database has been updated.
The stretch, the 2-2 pitch, low inside, it brushes Howard back, full count, 3-2. So with 3-2 on Howard and 2 outs, Skowron will be off with the pitch. Muffet goes to the rosin bag. Throw to first, but Moose was standing on the bag. He never left it. Howard steps out of the batter's box. Now he's back in, and time is in. Here's the stretch. The payoff pitch is hit high in the air to deep left field. Williams going back near the wall. He's under it, and he makes the catch, leaning against the scoreboard. Ted Williams, who plays left field here at Fenway like he owns it, he's played here long enough, timed that ball perfectly, set his back against the scoreboard, and reached up and made the catch. And again, the wind was a factor. For the Yankees, in the top of the 4th, no runs, no hits, 1 Red Sox error, 1 man left. The score at the end of 3.5 innings, the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing.
Summer is the season to get out, to go places and have fun. It's no time to have your car performing under par because of a dirty carburetor. Now, that's one good reason to use Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive. You see, Atlantic Imperial loosens, dissolves, and gradually washes away those hard, crusty deposits that form inside the carburetor under the normal driving conditions. Now, these deposits can cause frequent stalling, rough idling, and gasoline waste. What's more, Atlantic Imperial's protective action keeps those deposits from forming again. Today, more and more people are using Atlantic Imperial in their cars. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Jim Pagliarone, who singled to left field in the 2nd inning, will be leading off. Somebody really shut the door that time. Big right-hand hitting catcher, digging in against Bill Stafford, the rookie for the Yankees. First pitch is low outside, rolls away from Howard. Ellie chases it back to the screen, ball 1. Nothing, the Red Sox lead. Pagliarone's a big boy, 6'3" and 190 pounds. Takes the pitch low, ball 2, 2-0. He was born in Dearborn, Michigan, and that's right near Bob Cazava's hometown. Remember when he did such great relief work for the Yankees? Bob lived in Wyandotte. The 2-0 delivery is a swing and a ground ball to third. Boyer comes in, gets it on the big hop. There's throw to Skowron, backhanded, and it's 1 away. Well, out here's Lou Clinton, who struck out in the 2nd inning. Clinton has taken over since the unfortunate illness by Gary Geiger, who was having a great year, batting .301. Fortunately, Gary looks like he's going to be all right and back in action again next year. The pitch to Clinton is fouled right over towards the Yankee dugout, strike 1. Clinton, a right-hand hitter, holds that bat way down on the end. On deck, Don Budden. 1 out, nobody on. Inside, ball 1-1. 1-1. Curve almost hits Clinton as he jumps back out of the way. Ball 2, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. One out, nobody on. Red Sox leading 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 pitch is swung at and missed, strike 2. Again, Stafford took something off his fastball. Youngster looks mighty cool out there on the mound for his first big league start. Just 22 years old. Two and two the count. Here's the windup. Curve swung it and missed, strike 3, and the second time in a row that Clinton goes down swinging. That's the second strikeout for Stafford, and here's Don Budden, who bounced into a fourth play in the second inning. Right-hand hitting shortstop with a closed stance. 2 out. Stafford's pitch is right down the middle, strike 1 call. He had a little extra on that fastball. The curve is a little low. Ball 1-1-1. Stafford's 1-1 delivery. It swung at a missed, strike 2. He threw a fastball right on by him. Now the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Curve fouled off the end of the bat back, and a fan reached out to catch it and knocked him right off his seat. It was not hit hard, but he got his hands up and leaned back, and the seat wasn't there, and he went right down on the ground. He's all right. He did not get the ball, though. He slowed it down for a fan in front of him to get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stafford rubs up the new ball. Here's the windup. The curve is high inside. The count's even, 2-2. Mantle is deep and over towards left center on Budden. Don has 17 doubles, 3 triples, and 6 homers. 2-2 the count. Pitch is a curve hit on the ground. The boy who was left off his glove rolls into short left field. And Budden is on. It's a base hit. A base hit for Don Budden, and the crowd kind of gets on the official score on that one. Boyer kind of nonchalant of that ball and stuck his glove down and went off the heel of his glove. Kubek, who was in front of it, couldn't get to it as it deflected away from him. It goes as an infield single. Hit number 6 off Stafford, but only 1 of the 6 hits has been hit hard. That a line single to left by Pagliarone in the second inning. The rest have been off the handle and off the end of the bat and infield hits. Here's Billy Muppet, who dropped a single in short right field in the third inning. 2 out. The stretch, the pitch is a curve hit high in the air to right center field. Mantle drifting to his left, Barrow to his right. And Mantle makes the catch with Yogi right alongside of him. And then Mickey brushes lightly against Yogi with a big grin on his face. They almost collided. But Mickey yelled a little louder at the end. For the Red Sox in the bottom of the fourth, no runs, 1 base hit. No Yankee errors and 1 man left, and the score at the end of 4 full innings. The Red Sox won, and the Yankees nothing. forget, fans, tomorrow, Thursday, August the 18th, you can see the major leaguers of tomorrow play a thrilling game of baseball in the Hearst Sandlot Classic. And you also see Joe DiMaggio manage a softball team of former big league stars, including Jackie Robinson, Sid Gordon, Joe Collins, and many, many others. The baseball old-timers will play a team of boxing champs headed by Jack Dempsey, Jim Braddock, Jersey Joe Walcott, and other great ring champions. So don't miss this lively evening of sport and frolic. The plan now to take the whole family. The general admission is only 95 cents. Reserve seats, $1.50, and box seats only $2. You can get your tickets at the Yankee Stadium or Yankee ticket office at Grand Central or from the Journal American, 220 South Street. And now, ready to go here in the top of the fifth, and ready to go, Mel Allen.
And I'd like to remind you that your host for the remainder of the game, the Crisp Refresher Ballantine Beer. The light beer with true lager flavor. That's what makes it the Crisp Refresher. 1-0 Red Sox, fifth inning. Big Boyer at bat. Muppet's pitch is swung on, hit foul, deep down the left field line and out of play. Strike one. It's the bottom third of the Yankee order. Richardson and Stafford to follow. Billy Muppet, who has appeared against the Yankees once this year in relief and has returned to Victor, delivers. Pitch is popped up in the air to the left of the plate. Foul. Dick Mazzara under it, and he dropped it. Red Sox catcher. Pagliarone dropped it. He's charged with an error. A two-strike count on Cleat. Struck out in the second inning. Hitting .261. Right-hander Billy Muppet ready to work. Check that. Here's the pitch that's outside. My eye wandered down to Richardson's line in the order. Boyer single to right in the second inning. Richardson struck out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sometimes have a wandering eye. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is swung on and hit right to second baseman Pete Runnels, the flip to first in time. He was playing Boyer almost right back to second. Had perfect position on him. Up comes Bobby Richardson. Bobby struck out in the second inning. Nothing Red Sox, first to the fifth. Muppet's delivery, swung on, foul tip, strike one. Outfield around to the left. In comes the next pitch, and it's outside for a ball. 1-1. Ball, 1 strike. Muppet delivers. Bobby swings at the changeup, grounds it to third. Malzone up with it, flips on to first to Wirtz, and they're 2 away. 2 up and 2 down in the fifth inning. And Bill Stafford is coming up. The Yankees have had only 3 base runners. Hasty, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Kubek walk, Boyer single. Scarron got aboard on an error. The pitch is bunted, but right toward the mound. Muppet up with it, throws on to Wirtz, and the side's retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 4.5 innings, let's give the Red Sox 1 error on the catcher dropping a foul ball. The Red Sox 1, the Yankees nothing. With 2 lots of
flavors precisely right. Lively, golden, crystally clear, the crisp refresher. Valentine beer. Hey, get your cold beer. Hey, get your Valentine. Hey, get your cold beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer. Get your ice cold Valentine beer.
Half of the fifth inning at Fenway Park. The Red Sox leading 1-0. It's the top of the order right now. Pete Runnels, Willie Tasby, and Ted Williams. Runnels grounded to first and hit to the box into a double play. Rookie Bill Stafford delivers. Low, ball one. Batting 306. The right-hander to the windup. And the pitch. Curveball over, strike one. 1-1. Outfield round toward left. In comes the next pitch, and Runnels lines it into center field. Mantle moves in on it and takes it. One away. Runnels lines out to Mantle. Here's Willie Tasby, who singled to center and drew a pass. The only walk thus far issued by Stafford, but it turned out to be a vital one and a crucial one. It came with 2 outs in the third and was followed by singles by Williams and Wirtz to produce the Red Sox run by which they now lead in the fifth inning 1-0. Here's the delivery, and Tasby takes it over the inside corner. Fastball, strike one. They've been pitching him tight. Maybe in my imagination, but it seems to me that Tasby is backed up just a little bit from the plate over what he has been the first couple times up. Change up is high for a ball, 1-1. It always amazes me, and you can sit upstairs, and a hitter may adjust his stance slightly, that is, in proximity to the plate. Now, this time, Tasby, front foot is moved into the plate a little bit more. Here's the pitch, and it's low for a ball. I started to say, and it's so imperceptible, but Phil, that time he could see, and he moved in, didn't he?
He sure did. He's trying to figure out Fox Stafford out on the mound.
That's why you notice the catcher often when he goes down and gives a sign, look at the feet of the batter to see how they're positioned. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stafford's pitch inside. Ball 3, 3-1. Ted Williams on deck and works to follow. Red Sox leading 1-0. It's the fifth inning. Now the 3-1 pitch. It's in there, strike 2, full count. Balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Nobody on. 1-0 Boston, fifth inning. Stafford delivers, and Tasby takes it outside for ball 4, and again he walked in. Second time in a row, Tasby's walk ahead of Williams and Wirtz. Batting .313, hits to the box and will force to play at second and singles. Pitch to Williams. Swung on. Ground ball hits the Skowron. Backhands it. Throws down to Kubek for one. Back to first. Too late. They got Chasby. The throw from Skowron pulled Kubek not off the bag, but forced him to lean far toward the home plate side and reach for the ball so that he was not in position for a stand-up throw to first where he could get any steam behind it and thus defeated the double play. It's the fourth out at second. Skowron to Kubek. Williams on first, and the batter is Pickworth, who flied to left and sliced the single to left to drive in the Red Sox run in the third inning. Bill Stafford's pitch in there, strike one, fastball. Worth batting .294. Here's the pitch, and it's a curve going inside. 1-1, almost got away from Howard. Very frequently on balls like that, Ellie will fake or try to decoy a runner by faking a pass ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Frank Malzone on deck. Stafford gets his sign. Skowron station just stepped in behind Williams at first. The right-hander ready. Here's the pitch to Wirtz. It's outside for a ball. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The right-hander once more to the stretch. Here's the pitch, and Wirtz fouls it back to the screen. The count is 2-2. An afternoon game here tomorrow. Our airtime is 1:25. On Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and on Sunday, we will televise the road games from Washington, as well as radio them. Wirtz out of the batter's box for a moment, steps back in hitting position. He's the leading Red Sox RBI man, the 78. 79 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch. High outside, ball 3. Full count. York moves over just to remind Williams it's a 3-2 count. 2 away to be off and running. Stafford into the stretch. There goes Williams. The pitch is swung on. A ground ball hit wide of first. Skowron backhands it. Flips to Stafford covering in time. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of 5 innings of play, Boston, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error, 6 left on. The Yankees, no runs, 1 hit. Let me check that again. Who are they introducing? Oh, the Dallas Texans football team. Checking the totals again. The Red Sox, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors, 3 left on. The Yankees, no runs, 1 hit. No errors and 6 left on. Tony Kubek, batting in the 6th inning, fouls the first pitch off for a strike. Kubek walked and struck out. And the delivery way outside for a ball, 1-1. the pitch. It's outside. 2-1. Next pitch is swung on, lined into center. Casby grabs it and has one away. Bob Serve coming up. Flied to left and grounded to short. Billy Muffett pitching for the Red Sox. And the delivery. Inside ball. Oh, it nicked him. It just nicked him. Just nicked the front of his shirt, and he's aboard. One on, one out. Here's Mickey Mantle, grounded to second and grounded to short. Bill Skowron on deck. 1-0 Red Sox, 6th inning. Muffett into the stretch, and the pitch. Over the inside corner, strike one. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Slow curve inside, ball one, 1-1. Muffett working rapidly. Is the Yankees' 4th base runner. Now the pitch. It's right in there. Strike 2, 1-2. Right-hander again set, delivers, and Mantle swings and hits a foul down the left field line, out of play. He tried to go to the opposite field, which he did, but foul. Muffett again ready. And the delivery. Swung on. There's a drive into right field, and the ball's in there for a base hit. Serve around second on his way to third. Mantle stops at first, and there are runners on first and third. That's the second Yankee hit. Boyer having singled in the second inning. And there are now runners on first and third with one out. Red Sox leading 1-0, and the batter is Bill Skowron, who grounded to short and third. Hitting .315. One out now, and runners on first and third. The pitch to the Moose is in there for a strike. Breaking pitch got the outside corner. Runnels is playing Skowron way over towards second base. Worked only against Mantle. He's got a good ground shot between the two. Here's the delivery. Swung on and fouled back out of play, and he's quickly in the hole, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Bill Skowron at bat. Serve on third, Mantle on first, 1 out, 1-0 Boston, 6th inning. Muffett to the stretch. And the pitch. It's in there, called strike 3, and he's out. On him looking. Got a mighty big man. Skowron strikes out. And up comes Yogi Berra. Flied to right and flied to center. Muffett crossed him with a fastball on the outside corner. Jim Pagliarone goes out to talk to Muffett. Moose figures Haggerty, I guess, sitting up here, Phil, speculating, which you can only do. Moose probably figured he's going to waste one on him, and he tried to get him to go fishing.
He sure did, and he came in with it.
He really came in with it. A real hard fastball. So here's Yogi up now with 2 down. Red Sox leading 1-0. Billy Muppet's pitch. Up high, ball 1. Serve on third, Mantle on first. 2 outs. Throw to first, Mantle's back. Right-hander set. And the pitch. Swung on, a ground ball, hits the second. Up with it is Reynolds. Throws to first, and the side's retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. And the score at the end of 5.5 innings remains Boston 1, New York 0.
This is WOKO, Albany.
Half of the 6th inning, 1-0 in favor of Boston. Frank Malzone will lead off, batting 5th in the order, to be followed by Jim Pagliarone and Lou Clinton. 1-0 Boston as the Yankees further away their first opportunity to score in the 6th. Billy Muppet, who has turned in a tremendous game, striking out Skowron, the key man. Billy Stafford delivers to Malzone. Curveball over, strike 1. And this rookie, by the way, in his first major league start, regardless of what may happen here on in, has turned in an outstanding job. The pitch to Malzone, it's in there, strike 2, and a beautiful changeup. Malzone grounded to short twice. Batting .285. Stafford's pitch. Fastball cut on and foul back, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. After the Washington series, we have a game, by the way, here tomorrow afternoon. Our airtime 125. We will broadcast and telecast from Washington Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. The Yankees return to the stadium for the final homestand against Western clubs, with the White Sox in Tuesday night the 23rd, Wednesday afternoon the 24th, and then a weekend of 3 straight doubleheaders. Once again, the 2-strike pitch. Malzone takes it low. A regularly scheduled night game with Cleveland on Friday night the 26th has been made into a twilight doubleheader because of repeated washouts. First game 6 o'clock. An afternoon doubleheader with Cleveland on Saturday, which will start at 2 o'clock. And a regularly scheduled Sunday doubleheader with Detroit on the 28th. Now the pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Kubek's up with it. He fires away, and Malzone is retired. Now Jim Pagliarone. Swing to left and grounded to third. Tall right-hand hitter. And grounded third in this game. 1-0 Boston, 6th inning. 1 out. Stafford Stafford's pitch swung on, foul back, out of play. Strike one. Taking no time right now. Walking around the mound, goes to the rosin bag, comes back upon the rubber, looks in, checks with his catcher, Elston Howard. Swings to the windup. Here's the pitch. Slow curveball in there, strike two. He has worked his changeup in there nicely tonight. 0-2. Delivery. That's low and inside. 1-2. A 1-2 count. The last pitch was a sinker. The right-hander ready to work. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on, grounded sharply. It's almost grabbed by Boyer, backed him up a step, but he throws on the first to get his man. That was a wicked shot. It's just a couple of feet out in front of him. He got it. Fell back a step, then moved on to meet the charge. Here's Lou Clinton. Twice has struck out. The Red Sox won, the Yankees nothing. It's the 6th inning. Stafford's pitch is over the inside corner for a strike. Outfield deep round to the left. Stafford working fast. Changeup is outside for a ball. 1-1. It gives you a good big motion with that changeup, Phil.
It does, and it throws it not too often, and that's what makes him so effective.
The 1-1 pitch to Lou Clinton. Swung on line to left. Bob Serve waits and takes it. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And at the end of 6 innings, the score remains the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. The Red Sox 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left on. Yankees no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 5 left on. And the Red Sox run occurred in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. Tasby walked, Williams and Wirtz singled. We pause for station identification.
This is Quality Modern, WOKO, 1460 on your dial in Albany, New York. 15 minutes before 10 o'clock.
Baltimore's leading Washington 3-1, end of 6. Chicago 2, Cleveland nothing, end of 6. Detroit 2, A's nothing, end of an inning and a half. National League, Cubs beat the Dodgers this afternoon 1-0. Tonight, Pittsburgh 4, Phils 1, end of 5. Braves 5, Reds 1, end of 1. Giants Cards scoreless at the end of an inning and a half. Now to the 7th inning. Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing. Here's Phil.
Okay, Mel, the first pitch to Elston Howard is a slow curve that's a little low, ball 1. Howard bounced to third and slide out deep to left, sending Ted Williams against the left field fence for his long fly. The next pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1. 1-0, the Red Sox lead. They scored in the 3rd inning. And it's held up so far. The pitch is hit deep to left center field, high and deep. Tasby back in front of the wall. And he leaps, he can't get it. It's off the wall. Williams plays it. Howard's in with a double. A high double that Tasby went against the wall, leaped for, couldn't get it, kicked off the wall. Williams backing up nicely. Was there, the right man at the right spot, and held Howard to a double. Ellie rounded second, started for third, and then held up as he saw Williams come up with the ball. That's only the 3rd hit off Muppet, and that's the first extra base hit of the ball game. A double by Howard leading off the top of the 7th. The Yankees trailing 1-0. Here's Cletus Boyer. Single to right and bounce to second base. Boyer looking down at Frank Crissetti. Let's see how Casey Stengel plays this one. Malzone is in at third, and Wirtz is in at first. Here's the stretch. The pitch is swung at, missed, strike one. And we're going to have a little action in the Yankee bullpen as Bill Stafford will be the third hitter after Boyer. The stretch, Howard leads off second. The pitch is lined. Gordon's up with it. They got Howard in a rundown between third and second, and Malzone flips to Runnels, who puts the tag, and now they got Boyer. It's a double. Gordon's up with it. They got Howard in a rundown between third and second, and Malzone flips to Runnels, who puts the tag, and now they got Boyer. It's a double play. A double play. And that was a beautiful double play on a hard hit ball to Don Button. Button threw to Malzone, who threw to Runnels, who put the tag on Howard, and then Howard threw to Malzone, who came all the way over to cover second base and put the tag on Boyer trying to go to second base. One of the most unusual double plays that you'll ever see. From the shortstop to the third baseman to the second baseman who made a put out, and then a throw to the third baseman who made the put out. Malzone with heads-up defensive play. A hard hit ball takes the Yankees out of an inning. It's 2 outs. And here's Bobby Richardson, struck out, bounced to third. 2 outs. The pitch is lined right at Bickworth, who makes a leaping one-hand catch for the out. And so the Red Sox, with fine defensive play, backing up the stout pitching by Billy Muffet. The Yankees had their best scoring opportunity. No, I won't say the best. They had runners at first and third earlier and couldn't score. And so for the Yankees in the top of the seventh, no runs on 1 hit. No Red Sox errors, and nobody left to score at the end of 6.5 innings. The Red Sox won, and the Yankees nothing. Pitching and defense. Louis Arroyo is loosening up in the Yankee bullpen. But Bill Stafford, who did not come up in that inning, is still out on the mound pitching for the Yankees and doing a tremendous job. Little Larry Burrow, who made the trip with his dad, enjoying the game. He's as excited as the Yankee ball players, sitting up here in the radio booth with us. All right, Don Button, the shortstop, leading off. Bunts the first pitch, foul, strike one. Button made a fine play on the hard hit ball by Boyer, by the way. It was a short hopper. And he could very easily have booted that ball, or he could have skidded off his glove, but he came up with it cleanly. 1 strike on Button. 1-0, the Red Sox lead. Bill Stafford taking the sign from Howard. Here's the windup. Pitch is over. Strike 2 call. 0-2. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Here's a 2-strike pitch. Low inside, ball 1. Stafford will be the leadoff hitter, due to come up in the top of the 8th, but with Arroyo warming up, Casey will probably go to his bench, which will be a tough break for the youngster who is doing quite a job in his first big league appearance. The pitch to Button is a curve hit foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball, 2 strikes. Curve hit, foul outside of third, picked up by Billy Herman, the third base coach. Herman, who is one of the finest second basemen the National League ever produced. One of the best hitting second basemen, too. He could really hit and run. Slap that ball to right field. Rudy York, one of the power hitters, is coaching at first base for the Red Sox. 1-ball, 2-strike pitch is hit slowly down to third. Boy is going to have to hurry. He can't make the play. It goes as a base hit. Another infield single for the Red Sox. And of the 7 base hits that the Red Sox have off young Bill Stafford, 6 of them have been of the infield variety. Only one, well, no, take that back. There were 2. The single by Pagliarone in the second and a single by Muffet in the third. It brings up Billy Muffet, who singled and flied to center field. Nobody out, so the Yankee infield will be looking for the possible sacrifice. Skowron is holding the bag at first base. Budden has 2 infield singles, both to third base. Here's the stretch. Boy is coming in at third. Stafford steps off the rubber. Goes to the rosin bag. The pitch is bunted back to the box. Stafford up with it. Throws to second. Not in time. Everybody's safe. All hands are safe. And that'll go as a sacrifice and a fielder's choice. As Stafford wheeled around and threw late to Kubek, who was covering. It was a good throw, but a little bit too late. And it brings up Pete Runnels. And little Larry Burr is yelling now for the triple play. You can tell he's a Yankee fan. Pete Runnels bounced to first, hit into a double play, and lined to center field. Once again, the Yankees will have to be on alert for a possible sacrifice attempt, with Billy Muffet, who's putting up his warm-up jacket at first base, and Don Budden, who beat that throw to second base. All right, Boyer's in at third. Here's the stretch. Skowron comes charging in. The ball is high outside. Throw to second base is low. Nice play by Kubek. As Howard's throw was in the dirt, and Kubek blocked it with his body and scooped it up. That could easily have gone out to center field. Ball 1 on Pete Runnels. The Yankee outfield not playing deep on Runnels. Left hand hitting second baseman. Skowron in at first, Boyer in at third. Here's the stretch. The pitch is bunted down third, and it's a good bunt. Stafford makes the play to third. All hands are safe. And he would not have gotten Runnels at first base. Pete Runnels on a perfect bunt down to third base, and Stafford made a fine attempt. His only chance was to get Budden going into third. He wheeled him through as he fell to the ground, but the throw was a little late. And all hands are safe. A bunt single for Pete Runnels. The bases are loaded with nobody out, and the batter is Willie Tasby. Tasby has singled and walked twice. He has scored the only run of the ball game. Tasby now walking down to third base, wants to talk with Billy Herman, the third base coach. On deck is Ted Williams. Bill Stafford in a jam. Wants to throw a pitch or 2 to Howard. But now, and he does get 1 pitch in anyway, as Tasby comes back to the batter's box after talking with Billy Herman. The infield is in for a possible play at the plate. Bases are loaded with nobody out, and the Red Sox leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the windup by Stafford. The pitch is fouled back on the screen, strike 1. On Willie Tasby. Outfield playing him straight away. The pitch is a ground ball. Kubek up, and it comes to the plate in time to get the runner at the plate. No chance for the double play as Howard's throw was laid back to first. A nice play by Kubek, who went near second base to come up with that ground ball and fired to Howard in time to nip Budden. The bases remain loaded, and here comes Ted Williams. eventually retire Willie Tasby. They got him to hit into a fourth play, but he reached first safely, so that's 9 times in a row that Tasby has reached first safely against the Yankees up here at Fenway Park. Williams bounced into a fourth play, beat out an infield single, and bounced to first. And here comes Casey Stengel. And the fans, of course, are booing Casey a little bit, figuring he might take Stafford out, and the youngster has pitched a tremendous ball game. He has not been hit hard at all. Very few balls have been hit hard off the youngster tonight. But let's see how Casey figures this with 2 left-hand hitters coming up in a row. He has 2 left-handers warming out in the bullpen. Casey is looking around the outfield. Has not made a decision as yet. Stafford has pitched very well to Williams, even though Ted has an infield single. And Casey is pointing to the bullpen. He wants a relief pitcher. So Bill Stafford, who did quite a job in his first outing as a major leaguer, pitches a total of 6 1/3 innings. He allowed 8 base hits. Actually, only one of the base hits was hit on a line, that by Pagliarone in the second. And they're bringing in a relief pitcher in one of those caddy carts. Now, this is the first time that we've seen a Yankee pitcher accept a ride. And Louis Arroyo, of course, who has not been with the Yankees very long, accepts the ride. Louis, of course, being from that hot southern climate down in Puerto Rico, will take a ride anytime he can get it. And Bill Stafford leaves the mound. What a job he did. And he'll get a tremendous ovation as he leaves. Stafford in 6 1/3 innings gave up 8 hits. He walked 2, struck out 2, and so far has allowed just 1 run. The 3 men on base are Stafford's responsibility should any of them score. Ted Williams is the batter, and Louis Arroyo is coming on to pitch. And as we told you, only 1 solid base hit has been gotten off Stafford. The rest have been infield variety and 1 Texas League single by Billy Muffet in short right field. Vic Wertz dropped a little single over the third baseman's head, but it never did reach the outfield. Of course, they all count in the ball game, but it shows that Stafford's stuff was baffling the Red Sox hitters. Louis Arroyo is warming up. This is a good time to pause for station identification.
Quality Modern, WOKO, 1460 on your dial in Albany, New York. WOKO time is 10 o'clock.
Louis Arroyo just completing his warm-up tosses. Will be facing Ted Williams. And in back of him, Vic Wertz with 1 out and the bases loaded. The Red Sox leading 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Muffet is at third, Reynolds at second, and Tasby at first. Williams now has moved up on the plate. He knows Arroyo throws that sinker ball and sidearm curve. Ted 1 for 3 on the night. Infield back and double play depth. Here's the windup. Pitch to Williams is low inside, ball 1. All 3 runners leading away. Ryan Duran now is up in the Yankee bullpen. The pitcher is due to lead off for the Yankees in the top of the 8th. Pitch is over, strike 1, 1-1. Williams started a swing and checked it. Took a pitch a little above the knees. Arroyo calmly goes to the rosin bag. Shakes off 1 sign from Howard. Now he's ready. Here's the windup by the little left-hander. Pitch is just outside, ball 2, 2-1. With that great batting eye of his, takes those pitches just inches inside and outside. a 2-1 delivery, and it's outside, ball 3. Roy Arroyo is just missing with that pitch. He'd have other hitters swinging at that one. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and the bases loaded. Wind up by Lloyd. The 3-1 pitch is low, ball 4. He walked in a run. Ed Williams draws a base on balls. Billy Muffet comes on to score the second run of the ball game. That run charged to Bill Stafford, and the Red Sox lead 2-0. The bases remain loaded, and here's Vic Wirtz. Wirtz lined to left, singled to drive in a run and bounce to first base. For Williams, his 49th run batted in. Williams at first, Pasby at second, Runnels at third. 1 away. Arroyo's pitch to Wirtz is swung at and missed, strike 1. On deck, Frank Malzone. Arroyo's windup. Curve outside, 1-1. Louis was trying to be extra careful with Williams and lost him. On Wirtz. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back on the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taking plenty of time. Now he's ready. The windup. Strike 3. Went after a bad outside curveball. Didn't get it. Arroyo gets a big strikeout, striking out Wirtz with the bases loaded. That's 2 away. Here's Frank Malzone. Been up 3 times and bounced to the shortstop each time. 0 for 3. 2-0. The Red Sox lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Malzone is low, ball 1. Sinker ball dipped just below the knees. Ready, the 1-0 pitch to Malzone. Swings and fouls it. Actually try to check his swing and foul the ball off back into the box seat. 1-1. Caught that ball, threw it back on the field, and he gets booed lustily by the crowd. Washington came up with 6 runs in the top of the 7th, leading Baltimore 7-3, and Cleveland came up with 2 to tie the White Sox 2-2 at the end of 7. The 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground to third. Boyer up with it, steps on the bag for the unassisted 4th play. So the Yankees got out of that in pretty good shape as the Red Sox come up with just 1 run on 2 base hits. No Yankee errors. And 3 men left on base, and the score at the end of 7 full innings, the Red Sox 2 and the Yankees nothing. You know, right now most of us are thinking about the pennant race in the World Series, and it is a close race. But it won't be long before the New York Football Giants move in on Yankee Stadium. Yes, sir, their opening game will take place on Saturday, October 16th against the Washington Redskins. And once again, for the 6th straight year, Ballantine Beer, the crisp refresher, will be bringing the Football Giants to you on radio and TV. And here's more good news. On Monday night, August 22nd, the Football Giants will meet the Green Bay Packers in a preseason game at Roosevelt Stadium in Jersey City. And this is only part of Jersey City's tercentenary celebration. So head out to... wait a minute. I should have read that one over.
Hey, Phil, what was that? Who?
Tercentenary. Is that right? You know,
Don't ask me. I wasn't there.
It's the first time I ever used that word. So head out to Roosevelt Stadium on August 22nd and see
find out what it is.
In action. Okay, Mel, when I say I'm ready to turn it over to you on one like that.
Let me see that thing a minute.
Yeah.
I just want to see if they dotted the I. Tercentenary, that's 300. Yes, century is 100. So tercentenary by it has to be 300. There's a centennial. There's a sesquicentennial, centennial. Well, let's get back to this ball game. 2-0, first to the 8th. Kent Hadley is batting for Luis Arroyo. Takes a pitch for a ball. 2-0 Red Sox in the 8th. Next pitch is inside, ball 2. I've forgotten who it was who once said it's always easier to say 300th year or whatever the simplest form is. He's right. Unless you're writing a learned treatise. Next delivery is in there for a strike. 2-1. So easy to say Valentine. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kent Hadley takes high. Ball 3. Hadley hitting for Arroyo. Red Sox out in front by a score of 2-0. First half of the 8th inning. Right-hander Billy Muffet delivers, and it's outside for ball 4. Hadley draws a pass. Cornelis and Wills are warming up for the Red Sox. Duke Moss for New York. Ryan Duran alongside. Tony Kubek drew a walk, struck out, flied to center. Bob Serb on deck. Now the pitch. Swung on. There's a bouncer that is through into right field. Hadley turns second, heads for third. The throw from Clinton into short. And there are runners on first and third with nobody out in the 8th inning. Bob Serb coming up. Yankees 4th hit. Pitching coach Sal Maglia, the Red Sox, signals the bullpen for stepped-up activity. Vic Wirtz moves over from first base to talk to Billy Muffet, and catcher Jim Pagliarone goes out to the mound. Manager Mike Higgins in the dugout, hands in his hip pocket. The Indians are batting in the last of the 8th, tied with the White Sox at 2-2. The Orioles are batting in the last of the 7th. Washington just having scored 6 and leading 7-3. And Sal Maglia comes out of the dugout. Walking out to the mound, and let's see if we have a pitching change or whether he will be talking things over with the catcher and pitcher. Maybe his signal from the dugout before was to the effect that we're going to bring you in. Let's see now. Here is Johnny Stevens going out saying, Sal, what do you want to do? We're going to have a pitcher. Billy Muffet, after having pitched 7 innings plus, nobody out in the 8th. Allowed 4 hits. Walked 1, struck out 4. Has not allowed a run as yet. And And Mike Cornelis will be coming in. Mike Cornelis coming in to do the pitching. The Yankees managed to achieve only 8 base runners against Billy Muffet. And Muffet will get a hand now. Muffet departs, and Mike Cornelis comes in, making his 50th appearance of the season. He's won 7 games and lost 2. All of his appearances have been as a relief pitcher. He's worked 3 times against New York. Not involved in any of the decisions. Worked in 1 losing game, worked in 2 losing games, and in 1 winning game. He was credited with a 3-2 win over Baltimore August 14th in his last relief performance. He lost to them also 2 days before that in relief. Hansen just hit a home run for the Orioles. Meantime, we're all set to go. Cornelis has taken his 8 warm-up pitches. Here's Bob Serb, who flied to left, grounded to short, was hit by a pitched ball. The Red Sox 2, the Yankees nothing. It's the 8th inning. Here's the pitch, and it's a curve over for a strike. Kent Hadley on third base. Tony Kubek on first base. Cornelis ready. And the pitch. Swung on a ground ball, hit through into right field. And here goes Kubek around second to third as Hadley crosses the plate. And it is 2-1. The throw comes back in from Clinton. Serve. Grounds a single to right to score Hadley and send Kubek to third. And up comes Mantle, who grounded to second and short and single to right. Wills and Sullivan warming up for the Red Sox now. Duke Maz and Duran for New York. Bill Skowron on deck. 2-1 Boston, 8th inning. Cornelis to the stretch. The pitch to Mantle. Swung on. There's a bouncer to second. Runnels to Sutton for 1. Back to first. Double play, but the tying run scores. Mantle hit a sharp grounder to Runnels. Turns it into the double play. Over to Budden to Wirtz. As Kubek crosses the plate with the tying run. Up comes Bill Skowron now with 2 out, nobody on, 2 in, 2-2 ball game. Skowron, nothing for 3. Cornelis delivers, pitch is swung on and fouled back to the plate, out of play, strike 1. The Indians just scored in the 8th inning to lead the White Sox 3-2, and Chicago is now going to bat in the 9th inning. Skowron grounded to short, to third, safe on an error by Malzone, and took a third strike. Mike Cornelis to the windup, the pitch to the Moose, and it's outside. Ball 1, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Skowron. He swung at a ball, it hit the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to hold back, but couldn't. ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in, 2-2 in the 8th inning. Cornelius flips and Skowron swings and misses. Strike 3, and the side is retired. 2 runs for New York, 2 hits, no Red Sox errors, and no one left on for the Yankees. The runs are charged to Muppet. At the end of 7.5 innings, the Yankees 2, the Red Sox 2. The Red Sox will come to bat in the last half of the 8th inning with Jim Pagliarone, Lou Clinton, and Don Budden, the scheduled batters. And Ryan Duran is walking in from the bullpen. And why don't you walk on into the kitchen and get some of that crisp refresher, Ballantine beer. You know, to really refresh, a beer must deliver 2 things, lightness and flavor. And that's where the crisp refresher comes in. Because Ballantine beer is the light beer with true lager flavor. Ballantine proves the beer can be truly light and still give you the honest-to-goodness lager beer flavor you want. Now that's crisp refreshment, the kind you get only with Ballantine beer. So friends, pour yourself a tall, foaming glass of smooth, delicious Ballantine beer, the crisp refresher. You'll enjoy Ballantine almost any time, and right now is a good time. Louis Arroyo, who relieved Stafford, worked 2/3 of an inning. Didn't allow any hits, walked 1. Struck out 1. Was not charged any runs. Stafford was charged with a 2. Ryan Duran coming in. And Ryan, throwing a few pitches, bounces one by the plate to the screen, which brings the roars of the crowd. I want to remind you about the Yankees being here tomorrow. We'll be on radio at 1:25. And then over the weekend, Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday from Washington, both radio and television. The Yankees will be home next Tuesday night with the Chicago White Sox, and Wednesday afternoon, the 23rd and 24th. Final appearance of the Western teams at the stadium this year. Then on Friday night, the 26th, a scheduled night game has been rescheduled as a twilight doubleheader starting at 6 o'clock to make up for a washed-out game. And on Saturday afternoon, the single game has been rescheduled as a doubleheader starting at 2 o'clock because of previously a washed-out game. And the regularly scheduled doubleheader on Sunday the 28th. 26th and 27th are doubleheaders with Cleveland, and Sunday the 28th with Detroit. Then the Kansas City A's are in on August 30th, Tuesday night, and a doubleheader on Wednesday afternoon, the 31st. There'll be plenty of baseball. I hope you'll be able to be there. Ryan Duran continuing to loosen up. Jim Pagliarone standing alongside, looking the pitches over. Bobby Shant starts to loosen up in the Yankee bullpen. And here's Jim Pagliarone. Single to left, grounded to the third twice. It's the last half of the 8th inning of a 2-2 ball game. Wills and Sullivan continue to loosen up for the Red Sox. Man, we've had these fingernail biters every day lately, haven't we? Phil said he'd have recovered 4 days earlier if it hadn't been for that. Jim Pagliarone, right-hand batter. Ryan Duran to the windup, and his pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Getting a sign from Howard. Swings to the windup. Here's the pitch, and it's in there. Strike 2, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Every fielder tense, alert, at the ready. Duran getting the sign. into the windup. Here's the pitch to the right-hand batter. Swung on, foul back, out of play. Count remains 2 strikes. Putting on a rally in the last of the 7th. Ray Moore's gone in to relieve Stobbs, who had gone in to relieve Lee. But right now to the immediate business at hand, the wind-up by Duran, the pitch, and it's inside. Ball 1, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Duran taking no time. Into the windup again, and the pitch is inside. Ball 2, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Duran swings to the windup. Around comes the right arm, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Pagliarone strikes out. 1 down in the 8th of a 2-2 ball game. And here now is Lou Clinton. The Cleveland Indians defeated the Chicago White Sox 3-2. Clinton struck out twice and lined to left. Duran into the windup. In comes the pitch. The right-hand batter swings and misses. He might have foul tipped it. It bounced off somebody's chest protector. I think it's the umpire. No balls, 1 strike. Yankees 2, Red Sox 2, last of the 8th. Duran delivers. The pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right of the plate. Out of play. At the end of 7 innings, it's Washington 7, Baltimore 4. At Fenway Park, Yankees 2, Red Sox 2. It's the last half of the 8th inning. 1 out, nobody on. The batter, Luke Clinton. Ryan Duran in relief. Arroyo had relieved rookie Bill Stafford, who made the most impressive debut, giving up only 2 runs and 8 hits in 6 in the 3rd inning. Duran to the windup. Here's the pitch to Clinton. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And there are 2 away. Don Button grounded to second, beat out a roller to third, and singled to center. Duran checking with Howard. Goes to the windup. Here's the pitch to Button, and it's low. Ball 1. New York 2, Boston 2, 8th inning. Sullivan Wills loosening up for the Red Sox. Chance for New York. This is a swing inning. The home team at bat. Tie ball game. Duran's pitch to Button. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. 1-1. A crowd pleaser. This have been most of the games we've been looking at lately. 1 ball, 1 strike. leaning forward. Budden digging in. The windup, here's the pitch. Swung on line to Bobby Richardson for the out, and the side's retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on at the end of 8 innings. New York, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 left on. The Red Sox, 2 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, 9 men left on. Scanning the scoreboard in the American League at the end of 7 innings, Washington 7, Baltimore 4, Lee for Washington, Stobbs and Moore in the 7th, Fisher for Baltimore, Jones in the 7th, Walker in the 8th. Green homered for Washington, and for Baltimore, Hanson, Brandt, and Pilarczyk in the 6th, Hanson in the 7th. The Cleveland Indians, trailing 2-0, scored 2 in the 7th and 1 in the 8th to beat the White Sox 3-2 with Johnny Klipstein in relief of Jim Perry in the 8th, the winner. Shaw started for the White Sox. Staley in the 7th was charged with a loss. Kansas City, Detroit 2-2 at the end of 4.5 innings. Herbert and Larry. Cash homered as 1 on the first for the Tigers. National League today, Chicago shut out Los Angeles 1-0. Hobby beat Drysdale. Banks hitting his 34th homer in the last of the 9th to win it for the Cubs. Tonight, Pittsburgh 4, Philadelphia 3 at the end of 7 innings. Levine relieved Haddix in the 6th for the Pirates. Levine was picked up by the Pirates after the Tigers let him go. Chris Short relieved Johnny Buzzhart in the 6th for Philadelphia. Braves 5, Reds 4 into 3.5. Jay relieved Buell in the 4th for Milwaukee. Nuxall relieved O'Toole in the 1st for the Reds, and the Braves got 5. Robinson hit a 3-run homer in the 3rd for Cincinnati. Giants 4, Cards 1, end of 3 innings. Sanford and Sadecki, the pitchers. Alou homered in the 3rd, 2 on, Morin in the 2nd. Fans are buzzing a little bit. They just put that Washington-Baltimore score up there. Right now, Yogi Berra in the 9th inning. The pitch is in there for a strike. A 2-2 ball game. And you can hear, as you will always hear at this time of the year, with just weeks away to the end of the season, little buzzes about the scores on the board. The pitch to Yogi, swung on. It's a fly ball into right. Clinton moving under it and makes the catch. Here's Elston Howard. Grounded to 3rd, flied to left, and doubled to center. Mike Cornelis in relief of Billy Muppet. Retires Yogi Berra leading off in the 9th. The right-hander pitches to Howard. Strike 1 called. Yankees 2, Red Sox 2, 9th inning. Cornelis' next pitch. It's outside for a ball, and Howard is following that one. That is to say, the ball was a breaking pitch away from him. He was leaning. Sometimes they make you lean and then straighten you up with one end tight. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on it, foul back. A 1-2 count. Clete Boyer on deck. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and Howard swings and bounces it to 3rd on one big hop. Malzone flips on to Wirtz in time. 2 down in the 9th. And the batter now is Clete Boyer, who singled to right, grounded to 2nd, and grounded to short into an odd double play. They trapped Howard between 2nd and 3rd, and he wound up being doubled, trying to get to 2nd while they were retiring Howard. A 2-2 ball game, 2 outs, 9th inning. The pitch swung on, grounded foul down the 3rd base line. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. In comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 0-2. Mike Cornelis goes to the rosin bag. Now comes back up on the rubber. Gets the sign. Ahead of the hitter, no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and Boyer swings and fouls it to the left of the plate. Count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the delivery, and Boyer takes it outside. Breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tomorrow afternoon will be Gerbaugh and Brewer. Cornelius delivers, and Boyer swings and misses. Got him on a sinker. Strike 3, and the side's retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And Mike Cornelius made short work of the Yankees in the first of the ninth. He faced 6 men, gave up 1 hit. That 1 hit. Tomorrow afternoon will be Gerbaugh and Brewer. Cornelius delivers, and Boyer swings and misses. Got him on a sinker. Strike 3, and the side's retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And Mike Cornelius made short work of the Yankees in the first of the ninth. He faced 6 men, gave up 1 hit. That 1 hit drove in the tying run. At the end of 8.5 innings, New York 2 and the Red Sox 2.
This is Quality Modern, WOKO, 1460 on your radio dial in Albany, New York, 26 minutes before 11 o'clock.
Crisper pressure, and listen to something of baseball's lighter side. A famous manager had a rookie pitcher who had, he had no control at all. He went out to the mound one day and said, "Ain't you got any more control than that?" The rookie said, "Well, I usually do, Skipper, but I'm kind of nervous today. Can't keep my hands dry." So the manager hauled out a rosin bag and said, "Well, use this. Maybe it'll dry your hands." And after a few throws, the rookie was wilder than ever. The manager came out and said, "Well, didn't that rosin bag help?" And the rookie said, "I don't know. I couldn't get it open." See, that's an inside joke. Anyway, tell you, I bet if it was a bottle of Ballantine, he'd have gotten it open. All right. You see, Ballantine proves a beer can be truly light and still give you all the downright delicious lager beer flavor you want. You'll enjoy the crisper pressure, the light beer with true lager flavor. And then there was the time the fellow looked for the key to the pitcher's box. You know, Mike Cornelius will be first up in the last of the ninth, with Runnels and Tasby to follow as we move into the sudden death situation. New York 2, Boston 2. Cornelius is not a bad hitting pitcher. He's at 4 for 10. Ryan Duran, who came on in the 8th inning, ready to work. Into the windup, and the pitch to Cornelius. Swung on it, missed strike 1. Boy, did he take a cut. I'll tell you one thing, if he'd have connected, we'd have been saying good night right now. He had the fans buzzing. He wound up on that one. No balls, 1 strike. As we said a moment ago, he's a good hitting pitcher, 4 for 10. And the delivery. It's in there, strike 2, 0-2. Yanks 2, Red Sox 2, last of the ninth. Duran into the windup. Here's the pitch to Cornelius. Swings and misses, strike 3. And there's 1 away. 3 strikeouts for Duran, the 4-man he's faced. Here's Pete Runnels. Willie Tasby on deck. Runnels grounded to first, hit to the box into a double play, line to center, and beat out a bunt to third. Hitting .307. outfield moves to the left for Runnels. Occasionally he'll pull a ball, but he hits a lot to left center. Duran into the windup. The pitch to Runnels. It's in there for a strike. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Nobody on. Yankees 2, Red Sox 2. It's the last half of the 9th. Duran swings to the windup. In comes the pitch, and Runnels takes it. The ball gets in between Howard and Runnels all the way to the screen. A 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike. Duran looks in to get his sign. Swings to the windup. Around comes the right arm, and the pitch swung on, foul back to the left of the plate, out of play into the lower stands. A 1-2 count on Pete Runnels, hitting .307. Duran again to the windup. Now the pitch, and Runnels takes it low for a ball. 2-2. Runnels asks the plate umpire to look the ball over. Stevens does, and it's all right. Jim Gentile just hit a home run for Baltimore in the 8th inning. Nobody on. They've had 4 homers. Brandt and Kolarczyk in the 6th, Hansen in the 7th, Gentile in the 8th. So it's at least 7-5 right now. Orioles still batting in the 8th. 7-5 for Washington leading. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Runnels, last of the 9th. 1 out, nobody on. Score tied 2-2. Duran's delivery. Swung on, hit foul, out of play down the left field line. Duran, who came on in the 8th inning, getting the sign from Elston Howard. Again to the windup. Here's the pitch, and Runnels swings and fouls it off again out of play to the left of the plate. Just trying to meet the ball, shortening his swing. The ball coming in with that velocity, you don't have to hit quite that hard, extra hard to get it to go to left field, the necessary distance. Guarding that plate. Now Howard's out there talking to Duran for a moment. Gus Triandos just hit a home run for the Orioles in the 8th inning. That's at least 7-6. 5 home runs. Two balls, 2 strikes. Petey Runnels at bat, last of the 9th of a 2-2 ball game. Here's Duran's delivery. High, ball 3, 3-2. The Orioles hit 5 home runs in 3 innings. Full count on Runnels. Duran getting his sign. Swings to the windup, and the pitch. Swung on, hit back through the middle for a base hit. Mantle up to the ball. Runnels is on with a single to center. Right back through the box. Duran went down, but couldn't come up to the ball. It went right on through. So the Red Sox get a runner aboard with 1 out. Here's Willie Tasby with Williams on deck. Tasby single to center, walked twice, and grounded to short. Last of the ninth. A 2-2 ball game. Now Shantz is up to throw again. You're into the stretch. And the pitch. It's bunted out in front of the plate. Duran up with it. Throws to first base. On the second goes Runnels. Dasby sacrifices the potential winning run in the scoring position. Ted Williams is coming up. And Wirtz to follow. So the manager got some choice, but I'll say this, it goes without saying that in his history, Ted Williams has been one of the all-time greatest hitters, but Vic Wirtz has been quite a great clutch hitter. So you got first base open, Williams up, Runnels on second, 2 outs, and Wirtz to follow. Casey may remember last year when Wirtz hit Duran to win a game, so let's see if he pitches to Ted. Apparently he is. Here's the delivery. It's outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Williams hits to the box, single, grounded short and walk. Now Howard goes out to the mound to talk to Duran. Mike Higgins has got the men he wants to have up. Now Casey goes out. Casey walking out now to talk to Duran with Howard. Case has had to say, he has just about said it, and he's leaving. Now they're going to put him on. Williams getting an intentional pass. And up comes Vic Wirtz. Runnels on second, Williams on first. 2 down, last of the ninth. Yankees 2, Red Sox 2. Casey's come out of the dugout now. And he may be bringing in Bobby Shantz. Bobby Shantz is coming in. Duran pitched to 7 batters, gave up 1 hit and an intentional pass in an inning and 2/3. Struck out 3. Fans are getting on Bobby a little bit because he refused the ride. Bobby Shantz is coming in, and we'll pause for station identification.
Quality Modern, WOKO, 1460 on your radio dial in Albany, New York. It's 13 minutes before 11 o'clock.
Ryan Duran departing. Bobby Chance is coming in. This is Bobby's 31st appearance. Bobby will not be the pitcher of record unless the game goes extra innings. Shanty warming up with Pickworth. Getting ready to bat. Pittsburgh beat Philadelphia 5-3. The Red Sox have Pete Reynolds on second base. Williams on first. Score tied 2-2. It's the last of the ninth. All right, here we are. Pickworth's up. 2 away. Stretch by Chance. Here's the pitch. It swung on and fouled off the left of the plate. Strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Runners lead away. The pitch to Wirtz. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pete Reynolds on second base. Williams is on first. But Reynolds is the man that counts, and Wirtz 2 and Chance. 2-2, last of the ninth. 2 outs. 2 strikes. The stretch by Bobby. Here's the pitch, and Wirtz takes a curve low and away. Ball 1, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wirtz shorting on the bat just a little bit. Guarding that plate. Trying to meet the ball. Bobby into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's the ground ball. And Richards is up with it. Throws to Skowron in time on a great play. A game-saving play. He went out on the grass in right field and came up with that ball. Scooping it in right field. As Yogi comes in, he gives a little friendly pat to Ted Williams, who had moved on down to second. Bill? That was a game saver.
Man, looked like a base hit all the way, Mel. Whoa, what a play.
And we go into the 10th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Bobby Richardson, who was playing back deep, had to angle back on the grass and toward the line, and couldn't afford to have booted that one. Had he gotten the glove on and booted, as it was, he was fortunate in coming up with it, but through his adroitness and speed moved over as he poked quickly on the ball and took a base hit away from Vic Wirtz to keep this ball game still alive. And at the end of 9 innings of play, it's 2-2. The Yankees 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 5 left on. The Red Sox 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 11 men left on base. We're ready now to move into the first of the 10th and ready to participate with you in some of the drama. The Scooter, Bill Rizzuto.
Okay, Mel, and you talk about drama and action. We've got it in this ball game. Bobby Richardson, who made that game-saving play there, leads off in the top of the 10th. The pitch to Bobby is low outside, ball 1. Richardson struck out, bounced to third, and lined to first. Mike Cornelius out on the mound. The right-hander ready. Curve is on the outside corner, strike 1, 1-1. 2-2 in the top of the 10th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's low outside, ball 2, 2-1. Bobby Shan is due to be the next batter. And then Tony Kubek, who is on deck, will follow Shan. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Inside, ball 3, 3-1. Wills and Sullivan, left-hander and a right-hander, loosening up for the Red Sox. The 3-1 pitch is low inside, ball 4. Richardson leads off with a walk here in the top of the 10th. Here comes Bobby Shantz. Bobby has 1 for 8 this year, batting .125. Bats him right-handed. Frank Malzone moves way in at third. Richardson leads off first. Here's the stretch. The pitch is bunted up in the air, and the catcher makes the play. In foul territory, Pagliarone caught Shands' attempted bunt. Shands pops out to the catcher, trying to sacrifice it 1 away. Richardson holds it first. Here's Tony Kubek, who walked, struck out, line to center, and then single to right to keep the Yankee rally going in the 8th inning when the Yankees scored the 2 runs to tie the ball game. Tony has also scored 1 run. Pete Runnels runs in from second base to chat with Cornelius. 1 away. On deck is Bob Serve. Throw to first base, Richardson back. Here's the stretch. Another throw to first, Richardson back. Billy Muffet walked only 2 men, but one of the many walks scored. Ken Hadley, pinch hitting in the 8th inning, led off with a walk, came around to score. Richardson a big lead. The pitch to Kubek, outside, ball 1. Bill Stafford started this ball game for the Yankees. The youngster in his first outing as a big leaguer pitched real good baseball, giving up just 8 hits and 2 runs, but he was not hit hard. Another throw to first, Richardson back. Cornelius keeping an eye on Bobby at first. Mike sets again. Another throw to first, Richardson back. That's 4 times that Cornelius has thrown over there. The stretch. The pitch is line foul in the feet down the left field line. 1-1. Man, those Orioles are really having a bottom of the 8th inning down in Baltimore. They've already hit 2 homers, Gentile and Triandos. So that makes it 7-6, but the Senators are really using pitchers trying to stop the Orioles. 1-1 the count. Pitch is the base hit to left field. Richardson will hold at second base. Williams up with the ball. Kubek punched that ball between third and short with Malzone playing him in, and the Yankees have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 10th. And the batter, Bob Serve. single to right to drive in a run in the 8th inning. Now the Red Sox catcher out talking with the pitcher in the mound. As Serve steps into the batter's box. Kubek at first, Richardson at second. With one out, the score tied 2-2. Cleveland has defeated the White Sox 3-2. Pitch to Serve is hit on the ground to the shortstop. Button to Runnels for one. Back to first, and he throws it in the dugout, and the run's going to score. Boy, Kubek really took Runnels out. Runnels is on the ground. Just as Pete was going to throw that ball, Kubek slid into him and knocked him right down to the ground, and as a result, Runnels' throw went into the Red Sox dugout, allowing Richardson to score. Jack Fadden, the trainer for the Red Sox, is out there. And the Yankees take a 3-2 lead. Serve ends up at second base. It goes as a fourth play from short to second, but as Kubek slid in and broke up the double play, it was a hard, clean slide into Runnels, who got the ball late. And as he pivoted to throw the ball to first base, Kubek hit him just before he released the ball. The ball went high over Wirtz's head right into the Red Sox dugout on a fly. They're helping Runnels to his feet. Pete was just shaken up on the play, but that's always a tough play for the second baseman as he comes across the bag and has to turn to throw with that runner coming down from first base, and Kubek can run. Tony did not intentionally try to hurt Runnels. It was a hard, clean slide in second base. He did not hit him with his spikes. Runnels is up now, shaking it off. So Richardson, who walks, comes in to score, and the Yankees lead 3-2 here in the top of the 10th. And Runnels is coming out, and Pumpsy Green is going in. Runnels keeps flexing his right leg as he walks off the diamond, helped by the Red Sox trainer Jack Fadden. It looked like a perfect double play ball. It was hit hard, a little bit in the hole. And had Runnels been able to get rid of the ball, he'd have had a double play. So the Yankees take the lead 3-2. Serve is at second. There's no RBI on that play. The Orioles tied up that ball game with 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's now 7-7 at the end of 8 innings. Stock pitching for Baltimore. Here's Mickey Mantle, who bounced to second, rounded to short, single to right, and then hit into a double play. One of the Yankee runs scored as a result of Mantle hitting with double play, and this one as a result of an error by Runnels. Cornelius stretches. The pitch to Mantle is hit high in the air to straightaway center. Willie Tasby is moving back. He's got plenty of room, pounds the glove under it, and makes the catch. But the damage is done as the Yankees score in the top of the 10th inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 Red Sox error, 1 man left. The score at the end of 9.5 innings, the Yankees 3 and the Red Sox 2. And that run, by the way, is unearned because of the error. Exciting ball game like this, I hope you got some Ballantine beer handy. You know, Ballantine is a light beer with true lager flavor. And that's what makes it a crisp refresher. So right now, treat your thirst to some ice-cold Ballantine beer. This has been a very exciting ball game. Take a look at these other scores. Playing the 9th inning, Washington 7 and the Orioles 7. Green homered for Washington. Brandt, Polasic, Hansen, Gentile, and Triandos have homered for the Orioles. It's Clevenger against Stock. Cleveland defeated Chicago 3-2. Clipstein the winner, Staley the loser. Detroit leads Kansas City 3-2 at the end of 6. Cash homered in the first with 1 on. Cubs defeated the Dodgers 1-0 as Banks hit his 34th homer in the 9th to win it. Hobby the winner, Drysdale the loser. Pittsburgh defeated the Phillies 5-3. Haddock's the winner. Labine relieved in the 6th and shut out the Phillies for 3 innings. Buzz Hart the loser, short in the 6th. Milwaukee leads Cincinnati 5-4 at the end of 6. Jay against Nuxall. Frank Robinson homered in the 3rd with 2 on. The Giants lead St. Louis 6-3 at the end of 4 1/2. Sherman Jones for the Giants, Klein for the Cardinals. Lou Holman in the third with 2 on, and Moran in the second with nobody on for the Cardinals. Frank Malzone leading off. He has bounced to short 3 times and bounced to third once. 3-2, the Yankees lead, bottom of the 10th. Bobby Shantz in relief sends in a curve. It's over, strike 1 call. Bobby into the windup. Another curve. This one's low, 1-1. Now it scoops it out of the dirt. The wind, which had been blowing, has just about stopped. The flag hanging straight down in center field. That could be a factor in the ball game here in the bottom of the 10th. The 1-1 pitch is lined to left field, a base hit. Serve is up with the ball and fires it into Kubek. Malzone rounds first and holds on, and boy, he belted a high fastball like a bullet. Hit number 1 off Shantz. And that's the 10th hit for the Red Sox, and here's the catcher, Jim Pagliarone. Single to left, bounced to third twice and struck out. Big 6'3" catcher. Looking down at Billy Herman for a sign. Skowron is holding first against Malzone. And now Pagliarone calls time to talk with Billy Herman, the third base coach, and Howard takes his time to go out to the mound, talk with Bobby Shantz. Now they've got these signs straightened out. Boyer comes over to join the huddle with Howard and Shantz on the mound. Red Sox trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the 10th inning. Bobby checks the sign from Howard. Here's the stretch. Pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. Back at third. That's a big effort when you have a great fielding pitcher like Bobby Shantz on the mound. Skowron now comes over from first base to talk with Bobby. Shantz can cover anywhere from the pitcher's box to the third base foul line to the first base foul line. He's like a cat out on the mound. Stretched by Bobby. The pitch, he squares around, bunts it, foul down the first base line. Strike 2. Nothing in 2. The count on Pagliarone. Yankees have had just 6 base hits, but they've made them count. They lead 3-2. The Red Sox have 10 hits. Malzone leads off first. The stretch. The curve is in the dirt. Ball 1. Nice play by Howard as he came up with that curve ball. Again, Bobby stretches. Curve swung and missed. Strike 3. First strikeout for Shantz as he got the curveball by the catcher. Here's Lou Clinton, who struck out 3 times in line to left field. 1 out. On deck is Don Budden. Takes a long look down at Billy Herman, the third base coach. Malzone with a short lead off first base. Here's the stretch. The curve is hit high in the air to straightaway center field. Mantle going back. He's under it, though. Got the room and makes the catch in deep center. Man, it's a good thing he didn't pull that one. The furthest part of the park. Flies out to Mantle in deep center field for the second out. Howard wanted to call time, but the plate umpire says no, not until Bobby Shands gets to the mound. The ball was in play. It had been relayed in from the outfield. So Howard did not get time called by plate umpire Johnny Stevens. He's out there talking with Shands. As Don Budden, who was 2 for 4, steps in. He bounced to second, had 2 singles, and in line to second base. 2 out. The Red Sox down to their last out. They trail 3-2 in the bottom of the 10th. Malzone, who opened the inning with a single, is at first. Stretch by Shands. Curve is swung and a missed, strike 1. On deck is Pumpsy Green, but the pitcher is due to be the next batter. Green filling in for Runnels, who was injured on the play at second base when Kubek slid into him. Stretch by Shands. Curve is popped in the air by second base. Richardson right there. And Kubek makes the play, and the ball game is over. And the Yankees really win a thriller. For the Red Sox in the bottom of the 10th, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors, 1 man left. The Yankees win it in 10 innings, 3-2. And we sure hope you enjoy this game. And right now, Mel and I are going to help ourselves with something we know you'll enjoy. The crisp, free-pressure Ballantine beer. The light beer with true lager flavor. That's Ballantine. Hell, that was a dandy, wasn't it?
Yes, Bill, it followed the pattern of the games that we've been having, and I'm delighted you got in on some of the excitement that you have been watching at home these last few days. It has gotten to the point where, for example, the last 3 ball games, every pitch has meant something. You get into games sometimes where every pitch doesn't as such, but every pitch for the last 3 ball games has meant everything in the world. Well, in fact, the last 4 when we had that little short second game of doubleheader Sunday.
Well, let's see. We got the totals in this ball game. For the New York Yankees to win it, 3 runs on just 6 hits, no errors, and 6 men left. For the Red Sox, 2 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, and 12 men left. The winning pitcher is Bobby Shands in relief. His record 4 wins, 3 defeats. The loser is Mike Fornelli's in relief. His record 7 wins, 3 defeats. The Yankees now lead Chicago by a game and a half. That's New York's 18th one-run win. They have lost 16. The 4th extra inning win for the Yankees, and they've lost 7.
Well, that winds up another Ballantine baseball broadcast. And now this is Bob Delaney saying that's all.